This is Massena Town Hall. Thank you. Thank you. $2.30. State fines, tickets. Well, I tried to go in and see the town clerk. One person at a time. Office will be open at 2:30 today. Job postings, town of Massena. Anybody looking for a job? Meeting schedules. Open house information. Wild animals and snakes. Mowing policies, I guess. Environmental counts. I got some little pamphlets here. Local attractions. Chamber. Affordable health insurance. VA guy's right upstairs, so that's why the DAV thing is here, probably. Court offices upstairs, also where the guy is. Closed and locked. Community development.
Restaurants, truck terminals, warehousing, storage, daycare centers, and banks. It does not look like apartments or something allowed there. We would have to take a look and see if there was ever like a zoning thing given for that, or we might need to look at a use variance, which is an adversarial process that can be hard to get done. Right, and that might have been something. I mean, as long as that's always been maintained, that's fine. Starting something new might be more difficult. Yeah, it's weird. It's absolutely weird. The thing I could tell people though is you can always try. Worst case scenario, they say no, but it's not generally something they look for on commercial overlay. That's more of a mixed use, which is our central transition or commercial transition district. Yeah, absolutely. Let me. What's your email? I'll just send you a link. Yep, that's all in there. All right, that I can't do, unfortunately. Sorry. We don't keep one right now because we just have so many people come in and out that if we omitted someone even by accident, we could open ourselves up to, I do have someone at my window, but if you need anything else, you should have my information I just sent you. You're welcome. You too. Bye. Sorry about that. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm going around town. I'm an auditor, and I'm going around town I'm new here, and I'm just seeing what you guys have to offer.
All right. Have to offer in what form or shape?
What do you guys do here?
This is the Building and Code Enforcement Office. We also do planning, zoning, and rehabilitation. So here is where you would go if you want to get a building permit to put like a roof up or put a garage up. Like that, you just heard in that phone call, that gentleman was looking to start a business or do something here. We would handle any zoning inquiries to see what you can do and where you can do, both in the village and town of Massena. So planning. So let's say when all these came in a couple of years ago, we would help people get in front of the planning board and basically help that process along, as well as, set up those meetings. Zoning, someone wants to do something that's not allowed, you can actually request it. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. Code enforcement side of things, for like when people have too much trash or too much grass on their property, we send violation notices that are basically a reminder saying, hey, this needs to get taken care of. And if they don't, then that also gives us the authority through our village code or town code to actually have that cleaned up at that owner's expense. Rehabilitation is...
How much is it an hour?
Huh?
How much is it an hour?
Yeah. It depends on what it is. So if it's the grass, we actually have a contract with one of our local mowing companies. Every spring we take bids, the lowest bid work, and it's on a per job basis. And so if someone doesn't get their lawn mowed, we refer it for mowing, they mow it, we bill the homeowner plus some kind of that administration fee. Whereas if it's like a trash cleanup or something, let's say you leave some mattresses out there,
Right.
DPW actually ends up billing that, and that ends up being their hourly at overtime. It ends up being...
I know a few places around town like that, especially over on...
We always have about 10 to 15 properties we're in the process of at any given time. It seems to be, there's certain areas of town.
Two of them are on Center Street.
Oh yeah, we've got a couple over there. So there's that. Also rehabilitation. So once in a while, the state will give out grants for like owner-occupied home improvements for low-income housing. We maintain the files and we help with that. We applied for one last year. We still don't know if we've gotten or not. I think that was kind of put on the COVID, basically the back burner with COVID going on. So we haven't heard anything on that. But we do maintain a wait list for people if they do want to have their home fixed up. I think there's like 180 some odd names on there. I'm trying to think what else, but that's more than a day's work right there. All of that.
Do you guys do anything with Department of Vocational Rehabilitation?
Vocational rehabilitation. That's like for like job therapy type stuff.
They give out grants too, for like if you're going to start your own business or something like that.
Jim Murphy does do some stuff along those lines. He is our director of the Business Development Corporation. He works with the town and village to get grants. Like they're currently working on, I think, some of the downtown stuff. They're working with the theater. There's some other grants that he's looked for. So he does some of that stuff. Our office also is responsible for setting up all the fire inspections for all of our units, all of our businesses, all of that stuff every year.
So, is there a regular fire department here in town, or?
Yes, there is. Over on Andrew Street is our fire department. They actually serve as our code officers, the permanent fire guys. So
it isn't like the one over by or right over.
That's the one. It's right next to Veterans Park, right next to Ashley's Furniture, that big one, yeah. So that has all of our full-time firefighters and fire drivers, and they also utilize a volunteer department at the same time. So our firefighters and our fire drivers are the ones that do our business and safety inspections, the fire inspections I just said, as well as they're the ones that do all of our code inspections, the grass, the trash, that kind of stuff.
See, because I've had a lot of, one interaction with a very unruly firefighter, and he came out trying to act like a cop. And here I am, I'm an auditor. I go around and I film every public employee.
Right.
And in the course of their duties, you've been very cordial and,
No reason not to be, right?
And, with him, he got what he gave.
I'm
You know,
sorry to hear that you went through that.
he came up, he said, "You stand over there," and I said, "I'll be in public,"
Yeah.
you know. And I used to be a volunteer firefighter, and that's,
Yeah.
I mean, I did that in Oklahoma, and I know it changes from state to state,
Yeah. And I mean,
but
I think in every job you got some people that take it to different degrees. I don't know who you work with there for that, and again, I'm sorry that you went through
Upstate
that.
audits.
Pardon? No, I don't know who you dealt with over at our fire station.
Oh, it was one of the volunteer firefighters.
Okay. That's a little bit different because that's not generally who I work with, and that's not who my supervisor works with. So we've got the paid fire guys. They're all under the foreman, who's Aaron Hardy. He's our chief code enforcement official. Those are all the paid guys. And then you've got the 3 chiefs over on the volunteer side, which I think is Pat O'Brien, Tom Miller, and I want to say Paul Brunell. I'm not
This
sure.
guy has haircut all the way around, and only on top is it long a little bit.
They've got about 60 volunteer guys over there. So
He drives a black truck,
Huh?
or black or red. I forget which one.
I mean, I can give you a phone number if you want, if that's something that you're looking for.
No, because I'd rather go over to the fire department and deal with it
I
there.
don't know if they're open to the public right now like we are. I'm not certain how they've changed their things, because I know when we started the COVID thing, they all went on to 24-hour shifts with 3 days off.
Oh, man.
Kind of, yeah, and they basically locked down tight to the public. Like,
It's
they might
like
have
me
big
in
doors.
Saudi Arabia, non 72 hours, 78 hours.
So you got to think, these guys are our first responders. They're the last person we need getting sick on this thing.
Yeah.
And if they're at like a potential call and it was, possible COVID exposure, well, that
This
guy's
was
all-
a car fire over there on Center Street, and it wasn't even on fire. The bad thing is there are no flames coming out from underneath. It was just that it was overheated, and you could smell
Time of
the,
year for it.
yeah, and you could smell everything, the coolant and everything on the floor, and they just squirted down anyways. He was able to go out and actually start it up afterwards.
Okay. Well, let me get you my card though, in case you ever need any permits. And on the back, what I'll do is I'll throw our fire department line. Just in case they're locked down tight, you can at least try something. It's better than nothing.
Nice.
So my name is James. I am the
I seen that down there. I got a good old picture of it.
Perfect. I'm the secretary for our code enforcement office.
I sure appreciate you being cordial.
Why
And
should I be? I mean-
that doesn't happen very often, and usually city workers like to flake out,
Well, maybe it's different for me because I spent 11 years over in children's services, child protective and adoption. And you learn real quick to be patient over there.
Oh, yeah.
You deal
Well,
with some really...
that and if you ever been in the military.
Nope.
I mean,
Listen, I'm here to help people. If I didn't want to help people, I'd be somewhere else making a whole lot more money than I am now. So
that's a right.
I've got no problem being nice. And if you need anything, you've got my number on there, you've got my email, and you've got the fire station's number on the back.
And look me up. It's Upstate Audits on YouTube.
Upstate audits? Yeah, sure.
It's the one with the middle finger that right underneath it says, excuse my French, fuck your thin blue line.
Careful going downstairs, though. My wife's on dispatch right now.
I've already told him all about it. And the dispatch, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, Becky, she's a good one.
I mean-
I wouldn't have picked her if she wasn't.
Exactly. And she was really cordial. I asked her for some incident reports and like the roster and stuff like that. And
Yeah, our stuff generally has to come in through FOIL requests to give out, but again, it's all public knowledge. You just got to be asked at the right channels if you need certain stuff. But,
nice.
I mean, I don't mind. Give a call anytime if you got any questions. If you know of anyone that is trying to start a business and doesn't know where to go, our office is usually the best place for that too.
Nice. I want to start a business. I want to go into photography.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like what I was called to.
Right?
And this isn't my only camera. I have like 5 other cameras.
Of course. I mean, if it's your passion, I have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You should see my fishing lure collection.
I mean, I've been everywhere taking pictures of the moon to
Nice.
right down there catching fish in the river.
Right.
You know, and I catch it all. And, you know, if there's a cool looking flower over there and my old lady likes it, I'll take a picture of it.
The thing with something like that is it depends on, like, let's say you were looking to open a business with photography. It would depend on what you're looking to do. If you're looking to open like an art studio or something, we would need
Not an art studio.
Even if, let's say you're selling prints or something.
It'd be a studio.
Yeah. Something like that, we actually just had one open. I think it's Million Monarchs up there on Main Street, right near the bridge. I think that we just reopened one of those things. So that would be an option. So what a lot of people do is they'll purchase a piece of property, going, I want to do something on here. Go to do it, and then find out my office telling them, like you heard me on the phone, well, you might not be able to do that there. So zoning's a big thing in our area.
There's a place right over there at the traffic circle off of Center Street that it's just an old white building, been sitting there forever.
Right. So,
Since I've been here, it's been empty.
Center Street's interesting. That's the one right there on the water, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of this stuff right near the water is actually in our Greenbelt Preservation District, and there's not a whole lot that you can do. Actually, if you want to come in, I'm going to show you a map.
Sure. I'm going to set up my tripod too.
So we've got here is our zoning map for the Village of Massena, right? So Center Street kind of follows the river. So there are actually some properties here where you can't do much on. There are Greenbelt Preservation Districts.
Okay.
Which means that there's certain areas that we
Where's the roundabout?
The roundabout is right here.
Okay, that house is right about there.
Okay, so that would be in our commercial transition district. So you'd be able to do something like that there if that was something you would purchase.
Yeah, it's a little tiny place.
Yeah. But as with everything, I always tell people check first before you make any purchase offers, before you do any of that, because we've had a lot of people burn going, they're dead set on doing something. They grab a piece of property, and our zoning doesn't allow it. So basically it breaks up the village into different things. So we got the commercial auto related districts, so that's stuff like Frenchies, that's stuff like Walmart. Those are more retail.
Like what is it, Ford or?
Yeah, we've got, and that's in our commercial transition district. That's basically our areas that go from our heavy business areas that kind of go transition into the residential. So we got a lot of mixed use there.
Okay.
Whereas all the white, those are our residential Bs. Those are mostly our homes, 1 and 2 families. You've got
all these homes that I live in right there.
Yeah, it's okay. So you got your yellows, which are your residential A. Those are your more restrictive homes. Those are some of the nicer areas. Those are some of the places where they basically determined we're not going to have that mixed use there. We're not going to have too many options. And we've got
See, you got this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be a cool area because it's right there on it, and the dealership's right there. And if I put up a big enough sign, I could, get
so
people
our
to
zoning
come
actually
in.
covers all of that stuff, like signs. There's a certain maximum of size you can have, all of that.
I would have a banner. I already have one.
Yeah. So I think if you're, don't quote me on any of this, but if it's for the actual business itself, you can have up to 1 square foot of sign for every linear foot of your building. So let's say your building's 40 feet wide, you can have like a 4x10 banner or something like that. It depends on a lot of things. Our zonings, whoever sat down and wrote it really thought out a lot of this stuff.
Kind of like the Bill of Rights.
More or less, yeah.
I love that. There
But
ain't
ours is always
nobody that
changing
can
all the
infringe on
time.
that.
Because just last year we had a change where you could actually start having residential cook fires and campfires in the background.
Okay, and that's another thing I wanted to find out.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we buy, we got a little tent thing set up, and if I buy a little fire thing, I can have a fire out there in the front yard, right? There on Center Street?
Front yard, I don't know. There are certain regulations in the zoning that they changed that for. Let me take a look here. Do you want to have a seat?
Sure.
You keep standing, you get warm.
Man, this is a comfortable looking chair. Dadgum.
Yeah, there's the little one. There's the one I use. So let me see.
Hey, I used to have one of those
Fire.
when I had my old business. I laid carpet and tile and linoleum and had my own business.
All right. So
I got burned out. $30,000 worth of tools gone down the drain.
all right. Recreational fires are what we're looking at.
Right.
And a recreational fire meeting the following criteria shall be permitted within the Village of Massena. shall be contained in a cooking device designated for cooking and be fueled by natural gas, liquefied petroleum gas, or a commercial charcoal or briquette, so it sounds like you'd be buying something that does that. Or a recreational fire contained in a container designed for burning combustibles positioned on a non-combustible surface like gravel or something, and it is not less than 15 feet from any building, structure, driveway, or property line. So you got to basically keep it 15 feet away from everything.
15 feet away from that tent.
15 feet away from so wherever you've got.
It's like a little canopy. It has 4 legs and it just covers the top.
Yeah, it would have to be 15 feet away from that. There'd be any structure because again, we're worried about sparks jumping, that kind of thing.
Right.
We're trying to keep you safe with these things.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, as long as it's 15 feet from any building, structure, driveway, or property line, it should be okay to make it maintained. However, any recreational fire that is hazardous, offensive, objectionable, or unreasonably interferes with the comfortable enjoyment of life or property due to smoke or odor shall be prohibited. Basically, let's say your neighbor comes and it's throwing some black smoke, or they're worried about the wind or something. They can call up and have the fire guys come out and say, hey, could you please put that out? I know that we're allowed to have it, but right now with what we're doing, you either need to change something or it's currently,
Well, what I'm getting at is the other night, Saturday night, actually, it was after that. It was probably about 1-ish in the morning, Sunday morning. And we were out there. We had a fire. And the people right around the corner had a big old fire. Ours was about out.
Yeah.
Fire department came over and made us put it out. And I understand, under what you just said, about it being next to that thing, but theirs was right next to their house.
Yeah, I don't know why that would have happened.
And it was retaliation. The cops were pissed off at something that happened before that.
Right.
And it was in retaliation. They used the fire department against them.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Tell me about
Yeah,
it.
because it sounds like both of those should have been probably shut down because of that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something that they should have just had printed out and brought out. I don't know, because I'm not too involved in that side of things.
Not the cop, but the fire chief or the guy that was in charge,
Right.
said they weren't called out on them over there. They were called out on us.
Huh.
But you see,
Really? Yeah. To me, it feels like they should have looked.
you see a law broken, but you see a law broken over here. You're going to get this guy, but you're going to let this guy go?
Yeah, that I don't know. That's something that hopefully you could get an answer when you go over there or give them a call. But
Yeah.
because I only deal with them through the code aspect of things, and I get notice when they go out on fire calls. That way, if let's say we have an appointment, I can call them and say, hey, the guy's gonna be a little bit late. He's out doing this right now, and it might be 15, 20 minutes or.
Nice. Yeah, I questioned them when they first got there, and it wasn't my place to really say anything.
Yeah, because
So I
I'm trying to
kinda
be a good neighbor. I mean.
Well, I have pretty much researched the law, and now that I have it proof, that that's what it is.
Yeah, if you.
I think that they just kind of overstepped their boundaries by going along with the cops instead of their duty.
Well, if you need, you should have my email on that card. Drop me an email if you need links to certain parts of the code. I don't mind providing that. That way you can have access to the whole thing too.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no
If you
problem.
ever see Upstate audits come across your screen, you'll know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we don't mind. Actually, that stuff's usually easier for me. It doesn't seem so, but I have a much easier time putting things into words on paper than I do in person.
Nice. Well, I sure thank you.
I'd shake your hand, but COVID right now. There we go. Do one of those then.
Do an elbow bump.
If you need anything else, reach out. We'll do whatever we can for you.
Yeah, if this wasn't right near the police station, I would not even think about putting on my mask. I don't at Walmart. I have it hanging.
Yeah, I follow all the state guidelines, especially because me being a government employee and all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
I follow people much smarter than me what they're telling me to do.
but that's kind of like you put yourself in a situation, say me,
Right.
with breathing problems, asthma, and you tell them to put a mask on, which it gets me all hot and
Yeah.
fogs up my glasses, and I
yeah,
can't
I'm
breathe
dealing with that
anyways.
right now.
Well, I don't, since I have a medical reason not to, I'm not going to
State doesn't allow
force it on
yeah.
anybody, but I won't wear it
Yeah.
if I have to.
Yep. I
And,
appreciate it.
you know, I'm not going to screw anybody around, and, you know, I might have a booger on my finger from this Joe Blow that sneezed and give somebody else a
For
freaking...
me, I see so many people on any given day. I'm gonna keep them safe as well as I can.
It's
because-
99 point what percent that you'll actually catch the virus?
That I don't know, but
It-
you know,
it's-
a little bit of personal discomfort's worth a little bit of, you know.
Man, I'd rather have the flu. Serious.
Yeah.
But that's only because I've seen the effects of COVID in Saudi Arabia with some of the Bedouins, and some of them died,
Yeah, that's.
but they all had problems.
Yeah.
You know, one guy had a heart problem, the other guy had one lung, and a few others, they were just like ill for some kind of other reason, and then they caught the corona.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And we didn't even go around them without masks. I mean, we had masks on,
Right.
but we weren't scared of it to the point where, you know, oh no, I better wash my hands and this and that. And it didn't really bother me.
Not scared of it or anything, but my problem, maybe a couple of my routines have changed, but
Oh yeah.
better to be safe. I mean, I've been here the entire time. I got exactly 1 day working from home. Other than that, I've been here the entire time.
Damn.
Actually, I had 2 days off. The other one was to have 2 wisdom teeth out.
Oh. And see, my old lady's stepdad just got his something molar out, and he'd had trouble with it, and it broke, and they couldn't fill it, and it was a mess. But he lost 1 day of work for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I make sure to do mine on a Friday. That way I could be back Monday.
You know, that's the way it goes, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Am I allowed upstairs since the VA guy is up there?
I don't know.
I'll go find out.
That was my thought. Would you mind pulling that close for me?
Yeah, I'm fixing to do
Thank
that.
you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day. It was nice
And
to
thank you for being very cordial.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. More good stuff. Legal notices. Meeting agendas. Meeting notices. Pretty nice pictures. Well, if your future is Massena, promising future, you need to get rid of them tyrant cops. I'll tell you that much. I wonder what's down here. Just the elevator down to the... Oh, wow. Police station down there, too. Hey, the kids, they're a little colored. That's pretty cool. Get the kids involved. Hey, I wonder what they do here. there. She'll probably see me here in a minute. Come on up. Well, I thought she was coming. Here she comes. I think she's seen me. Hey, I'm an auditor. I go around and film public figures. I am new here to Massena. Been here about a year. I haven't even been to a town hall yet, except to go upstairs to see the VA guy. I just wanted to know your name and what do you do here?
Well, I'm only part-time. I'm not the, I'm just a part-time person, so. This, the girl that works in here, I don't work in here. She's just,
She's out.
yeah, she's somewhere in the building.
Oh, shoot. Is it the blonde-haired lady?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I seen her. She's way down there.
Okay.
She's been out having a cigarette or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to ask her that.
But if you want, my news channel is on YouTube, and it's Upstate Audits.
Okay.
And
Did you let her know that?
you can look it up if you want to. You can tell her. It don't matter. All I'm doing is going around seeing everybody, seeing what they do and how they do it.
Get a chance. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Oh, there she is. Hi. My news channel is Upstate Audits. I'm new to Massena. I just come down to the town hall every once in a while to see the VA guy upstairs. I just wanted to know what you guys do here and your name.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
What do you mean, what do I do here?
Yeah. What did
Village
you?
clerk, village administrator. We do lots of things here.
Because I had a real cordial talk with this guy over here, and that guy is awesome.
Yes.
That guy, you guys need to keep him around for a while.
Oh, yes.
He's a real good dude. And, I just taking a trip through here after the Corona thing, seeing what is happening, what you guys are doing, how you guys are doing it.
As far as Corona or?
Well, everything, including Corona.
Well, our offices are only open by appointment. I'd be happy to set up an appointment to talk to you.
Sure.
Okay. What is your name?
Just put it down as Upstate Audits.
Upstate
Audits.
AUD?
ITS, yes.
And your news channel?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay. Do you have a phone number?
I could give it to you.
Sure.
It's 575-626.
What area code is that?
It's New Mexico,
Oh,
0868.
okay. And what's your first name?
Michael. I don't usually give out my name, but
Oh. Well, if I'm calling, I just
I
want to
know.
know who I'm
I
asking
need Upstate Audits.
for. Yeah.
I just said, hey, here you go.
And I'm not sure when. Can I check? Do you have email or anything, or what's the best way? Is it phone to
The
contact
email
you?
is the Upstate Audits at Gmail.
Okay. Okay, well, how about I email you some dates of availability, probably
Okay.
next week, and we could set something up.
Okay,
Is that all right?
that'd be fine.
Okay. Have a
I
nice
will
day.
be looking out for it.
All right.
Thank you. Till 8:11 after 1 p.m. Oh, the assessor's office. Not even available. Supervisor. Not allowed to get the courtrooms. Oh man, he's not back. Thomas Todd, I don't have a pic. I don't have one of your cards yet. Meeting rooms. Howdy. Court clerk?
What's that?
The court clerk?
Yeah, at the court clerk.
I have my own YouTube site, and that's all I'm doing is going around. I'm new here, and all I'm doing is, public officials in the course of their duties. And I'm not here to get any courtroom activity. I don't want that. But
Well, you don't need to be doing it up here. I'll check with them, see if they want you to, before you do any video taping, okay?
well, I've already started the video.
Well,
What's your name and badge number?
like, 33.
33.
Okay, shut that off. You're not to be up here doing that, so.
I'm not going to shut it off.
Huh?
I'm not going to shut it off. I mean,
Well, then you need to leave, okay?
I'm not in the
You
courtroom.
don't need to be. You just need to leave, okay?
Why is that?
Because you don't have the right just to come up video. It's public.
Yeah, it's public.
What's your name?
Have you ever heard of
What
the
is your
First
name?
Amendment?
Yeah.
Upstate Audits.
What's your name?
Upstate Audits.
Upstate Audit.
Upstate Audits.
Yeah. Just shut it off for now.
I'm not going to shut it off. Hi, darling.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah. If you want privacy, you got to create it. I'll talk to him.
You need to leave. You need to leave, okay?
Well, I was on my way out anyways, but
You
I
need to
don't,
leave. Go.
I don't
Get
need
yourself
you,
arrested. You're being told by police officers to leave.
this is public, right?
I don't care. You're not to be doing this. They don't want it done. You need to leave or you're gonna get arrested.
What is your reasonable articulate
I'm
suspicion?
just trying to explain to you. You need to leave. You're not videotaping anymore. You need to leave. the
Oh, I'm
building.
videotaping.
Well, then tape, go. Let's go.
What are you ushering me out for?
Because you're not gonna be up here videotaping.
Why are you coming up on me? You're supposed to be like 6 foot away.
You're gonna get self-arrested.
How? This is a First Amendment protected
I know.
activity.
Just asking you to leave, and if you refuse to,
You can't trespass me off of public property. And if you want privacy, you got to create it. Damn, Karen got upset. Howdy. This is a town clerk, huh?
Yes,
I'm new to Massena. I've only been here about a year.
okay,
Only been to town hall probably 4 times, and that's to see the VA guy upstairs.
mm-hmm,
I know I'm not supposed to go in any of the courtrooms, but I can be in the hallway and foyers. I go around, I do audits.
mm-hmm,
My YouTube channel is Upstate Audits. And all I do is go around public officials doing their duties. And I'm not here to aggravate anybody. I'm not here to do anything wrong.
mm-hmm.
But elbow bump. My name's Mike,
Hi,
and you're
Janine,
Janine.
I'm the deputy town clerk, I'm not the town clerk.
Oh, nice. I met the next in line for chief the other day. I can't remember his name. But he's acting chief,
Oh, Olson?
Olson.
Mhm.
You know, you'd think I'd remember that. I had a high school sweetheart. Her last name was Olson. I can't remember that if my life depended on it. Names, I'm not good with. You ask me codes and policies and procedures and, you know, statutes and stuff like that, I could. But I just want to go around and see what you guys have to offer here at Town Hall.
Okay, and you wanna, you tape it, you video it?
Video the whole thing.
I can't,
And it doesn't get edited.
no, I'm not the one you need to talk to about that, though, it would be our supervisor.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's in, just a minute.
Look at all them stamps. New York. We're way up here.
Oh, okay.
Massena, right there. About 5-minute drive to the Canadian border.
What's the process? I have no idea. How are you?
Howdy. My name's Mike. I have a YouTube channel called Upstate Audits. I go around and film police, post offices, town halls, everything. Even, I know I can't go into a courtroom, but I can go into the foyers and hallways and stuff like that. I can go up to the actual door
Right,
to the courtroom, but I can't go in.
yeah.
Filming's not allowed, judge's orders and everything else like that, but,
Unfortunately, at the moment, I'd have to have you talk to the supervisor himself, because he's in charge of the town hall and he's not here at the moment.
well, that's fine. I just
Well-
wanted to find out what you guys do
Yeah.
here and,
Until you get permission from him, if he'll give permission, you wouldn't be able to do anything until then.
okay. You can't just abbreviate what you guys do here? Is-
What we do here,
Yeah.
well, it'd be up to the town supervisor to let that, to talk to him,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I've never not been told. I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, yeah, he's in charge of the building, so,
Okay,
yeah,
We all work under him, so.
we all work under him,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Well, I could come back some other time and
Yeah, normally he's here in the afternoon, but he's been hit and
it's
miss.
not very often I do 2 audits in the same building. You know, usually I just get it, go on.
Yeah,
But this one's got me intrigued.
yeah,
Are you
yeah,
not gonna have to come back here?
yeah, yeah.
All right, ladies, I sure
Okay,
thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, have a good day.
You too.
Goes on for 2.
And that was it. This is the town hall.